Play any hollow ones. Pablo Hot Dog. I've literally never played versus this player in my life. Alright, I'm ready, Bizarre. Alright, well, I have a bird serpent. What do you have? No, no, chat. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't. This. You're gonna get bizarred again. You're just gonna get fucking bizarred again. I'm gonna go to bed, chat. If I get bizarred again, I'm just gonna go to bed. Yeah, this is a legacy deck. The cool thing is we can take infinite turns in our deck. No legacy, no fair legacy deck just happens into infinite turns like we do. We also get to play Moxen, which makes our Urza sweet. We're like 100% playing against Dredge again. It's unfucking real. Is it Shops? Do we beat Shops? Hey. See. I see. Oh no, man. We beat the price of progress with our 5 basic deck, but drawing 2 non-basics. Oh, it's blue-red burn. But not King Luris. If I had another fetch land, I would just swords this. I want to get rid of this brainstorm. Am I fucking an idiot? I just want to clear this board and like deploy my threats that come back and give me fucking card advantage and stuff. What am I getting off this thing? Ancestral? Can't imagine not getting Ancestral here. It's way too risky to get like Ephemerate against someone clearly hacking red spells. Okay. Any Eidolons? I need to kill this thing. Take 4 damage just to deploy these. A lot of damage. Ice Fang doesn't have Death Touch. Only like only if they have another Eidolon they should. And they it's like yeah, I'm aware I don't want to play the second Astrolabe because I don't want to take 2 damage. Holy shit. Really wish I hadn't swords that. I'm still gonna take 4 no matter what, unless they choose not to attack for some reason. Recall now, you guess? What? We're gonna lose. They're just gonna mental miss this. Just have red elemental blast? Oh, I guess it's better than going to combat like that. I gotta take the extra 2 damage here to make sure this Eidolon dies, I think. God. We don't get like pyrokinesis or like the one where they sack 2 lands, flame something. Take a land. I need to get to this Yorion. That doesn't cost me fucking life. I can't like be very angry because I've definitely streamed 8 pillars. Like obviously the swords is gonna come back and bite me, right? But it still would have been kind of a you know, I feel like a spark. That's hoping they might play like a tap out for a Scab Clan Berserker or something. Lava Spike? Is there a good reason not to play Luris in this deck? That technically gains me 3 life, right? Gave me a lot of life over time. I don't think I'm allowed to cast this Ice Fang Coatl. I would be so happy with all of these cards. Yes, this gains me 3 life a turn if I pay mana for it. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about that, opponent? Classic vintage matchup. Mono red, 8 pillars versus the goose. Hard cast Sivian Spirit Guide. You fucking got it. Absolutely. But I have done this not like to play around that fire blast thing. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I can go to 6 and just play a Yorion here. That should be fine. It also will give us other food. This is not. This is the most vintage thing I've ever seen in my life. Uh, I mean, not really. It doesn't actually do anything. I guess I can sword my Yurion in some in 2 life. I got food though. I got a goose. I got a food generating machine. This is like an Oko, but a goose. Goblin guide. Are they coming in? Coming in? I'm gonna just block. I have a food. I have a Yurion. Thanks, Kane. How's your challenge going? Nah, it's just safe. If they had a deal 4 in hand, they would have killed us already. I can only imagine their attack just makes no sense. Ugh. Classic. We have a lethal Yurion here. Just go to 9 life, cast Time Walk. Then we attack with our Yurion. This could get Pyroblasted. They would have Pyroblasted the Yurion, right? Alright, well, we survived Lava Spike round 1. It was a close call, but the main deck Gilded Goose got there, okay? I just said all of those words in the same sentence, didn't I? Definitely want Rexy and Nature. Don't really. I don't really think like you want Force of Negation, right? I guess they're a Lava Spike deck. I guess they're a 8 and they're an 8 pillar deck. I guess you want Force. I feel like we need all the gooses we can get. We just go. I mean, I actually kind of like all of the. You don't need 4 goose. You only need 3. Okay. Maybe we just go down 1 ephemerate. Probably fine. You know, I've been in the O1 bracket a lot recently, Jacob. A lot of my 5-2s recently have been round 1 losses. I keep doing the thing where I lose twice in a tournament and the 2 people who I lost to top 8 and I don't. Very fun. On one hand, we have a turn 2 Oko. On the other hand, we don't do fucking anything. I need to get way better at dodging Dredge. I feel like Oko could win. They do have Pyroblast in their deck though. Killer is down, chat. Killer is down. That's a dangerous Magic the Gathering card. Do not believe we're allowed to cast that Magic the Gathering card. I guess I should play this Mox before they play a second pillar. Fucked up. You just don't want to get PO comboed, alright? Leave them alone. I feel like we're gonna get red elemental blasted. We're like 100% to get rebbed, right? I don't know if like doesn't really like I don't think I want to play this magic card here. I can't imagine that it's correct to jam an Oko here, especially like playing a Pearl into it as well. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Do we think they're playing you know, the thing that does the stuff? That's the one, Bryce. I'm just gonna fetch a need to Mystic Sanctuary this game. I think they do. Alright, well they didn't hit this guy. I feel like we just have to jam our Oko and hope it all works out for the better, right? I don't know if I have a reason to attack with this though. Every land costs me 1 life. Such a bad deal. Just resolves? Hope I don't die. I have 3 life every turn now though, so if I don't die. What is happening? Double lightning bolt my Oko? Deal. 9 life Oko. And 2 cards. I could actually pay red from this. I'm gonna go to 10 and play this Urza here. And pay for this food with my 2 artifacts. No, I can't. This has tap, sack an artifact. Never mind. Got ahead of myself there. It's not a clue. It's a food. Evolves. Are you going to attack? My poor opponent, I swear. They did nothing to deserve this. We're not playing the Moxen. We now can use a food to pay for a food, so. Yeah, opponent was just unlucky. They hit a bad matchup. Uh, Foods are Moxen. Oh, you'd love to see. This is just good, clean living. I will crack one of these at the end step, I think. Even though it slows our clock down. You could always take a swift spear and try to murder them. Just kidding. We got food. What is this? Old Madden. Oh man. I'm glad we got to win once tonight, chat. Very nice of our opponent to help us. Oh, they do play Fire Blast. We could have died last game. They played Fire Blast the whole time, chat. With them at 1 mana, I feel like it's pretty free. There's Yorion here. We also have the option of just dig through timing, but I'm at 11 life. I just don't think there's any combination of spells, right? I was like, I guess I can't ever crack this food, right? So you're right. I should leave open the plains. That's fair. I think I was under the assumption I was getting another mana, but I was only getting 1 more mana. So you're definitely right. Should leave open the plains. All right, chat. We were able to overcome. Can't make this up. Don't call it a comeback. Need to win 4 more rounds of match. That's yeah. Play Breach today instead. I mean, if you're like, I feel like just playing PO is just good. It's just good, like vintage feels, right? Like you do some powerful vintage things, you do some dumb shit. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but I don't know. It should be better. I guess it might not even be better, but I'm gonna be happy to go back to Tinker POing. I'm not even. That's not even true. Like Tinker's a dumb card, but I'll be happy to go back to Mentor. I mean, like PO is fine. It's just it's just a gauge of how many Pyroblasts the meta is playing, right? Oh, for sure. Lurch PO is like, I don't like Lurch PO at all. I think the deck is like whatever. I think you can always play PO because PO is always at a extremely high power level, right? Like you are always doing one of the most broken things possible. So even if you are a dog in the metagame, you could still run hot and win the whole tournament, which is a nice thing about playing PO. And it's another reason that I play PO at most major paper tournaments, right? Even when the metagame is bad for PO, you can still kind of build it in ways to mitigate that. Like the Rug PO deck from Eternal Weekend, and the Empty the Warrens PO deck that I played at NYSE during I can't remember why we played Empty the Warrens at that NYSE. There was a reason though, I swear. I think that's like pretty reasonable. Like I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing PO every weekend. You see the Power 9, they play PO in good metas and bad metas and they'll top 8 no matter what, so I think it's more true for PO than most combo decks show because you have access to Force of Will. I don't know if that's like a reasonable way to think about it though. Yes, that 8 static burn is probably reasonable against PO if it wins the die roll. I mean, I played 8 pillar burn when PO was really big, actually. I definitely like it. 12 pillar red. Yeah, this was during one of the times where PO was really big. Played 12 pillars at that point because there was no Lurrus to block. So PO decks would just get run over by a Scab Clan Berserker. Ninjas just never making a comeback. Stop. Can't make ninjas a thing. Trying to load this, but it's like not happy. Every time I've ever tried to load YouTube while streaming, it has never once worked. And every time I'm like, why doesn't this work? I don't get it. Here it is. Here it is. Can you guys see that? How blurry is that? 4 pillars, 4 berserkers, 4 eidolons, 4 misstep life. Opponent might have just been playing my deck, right? 4 chain lightning, 4 lightning bolt. I had 2 smash to smithereens main. 4 price main. The old 3 pulverized board plan. I don't know, they had red main, you're right. I didn't deal. We had 4 missteps, so they had to cut 3 missteps for something show, right? They also had volcanic islands, so they were probably just like splashing ancestral time walk, right? I guess you. Why would you play time walk in that deck? You do have Swiss spears. Ab Clan Berserker used to be so good versus PO. So good versus PO. Free Lurrus.